Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Legacy of Blood, 1978. Got my disc back. Time for show and tell. Okay, these are the 3 discs that I was missing, and in addition, I got a brand new disc. The one that was originally lost about a month ago or something ridiculous. It happened at Nightmare Inn, and this is Legacy of Blood. Flip the disc over for the double bill. What else? Unconventional. Pretty cool looking disc there. Looks like a Godflesh t-shirt. And last but not least, American Drive-In. There it is. So, I went back to work yesterday. Got these 3 discs plus another extra disc that I just showed you. Just magically appeared on my dresser. I guess the old lady hung on to it for like a couple weeks. I don't know, but starting to get this Netflix fiasco from last week under control. Legacy of Blood, another John Carradine flick. The director is Andy Milligan. A lot of his 70s movies are lost. He's the gore meister of Staten Island. There's some gore in this one. But like I said in my previous video, the axe murder looks like somebody just took a still shot, shook it really hard, and poured blood over it. There are other things like severed head. Hey, Adrian's in the chat room already, and it's only 6 p.m. here on the left coast. The officer who had his knee on George Floyd's shoulder blade, got he got convicted on 3 charges. I'm sure they'll appeal though, and that's why you're not seeing riots in San Francisco. They're in Portland and Minneapolis. 11 a.m. Wednesday. Oh, you must be at work. Or maybe it's your day off. Adrian's in the chat room in case you're wondering. Trial by mob, yeah. I'm sure Pelosi is happy. Maxine Waters. No, actually, Maxine Waters wanted first-degree murder. He only got second-degree murder. So she's going to be calling for more riots soon. Oh, day off. Cool. Nice. So I just finished Legacy of Blood. There's the fake plastic head with blood on it, as Adrian said. There's a guy that's being eaten by a fish tank of piranhas. There's a weird-looking gay dude who's pretending to be heterosexual. It's like I said, it's a scene-for-scene remake of the 1969 Andy Milligan what was that called? Adrian knows it. So this movie got ripped off by another director in 1971 called Blood Legacy. And then, for some odd reason, Milligan decided to rip off his own movie and do it precisely scene for scene. Oh, the ghastly one. All right, so you had the I drink your blood. Yeah, you have good memory. I don't even remember doing that one, but must have been a few years ago. Like when I was working 3 jobs or something, doing the graveyard at the Fisherman's Wharf. The Fisherman's Wharf hotel where they charge like $200 a night. Yeah, so this was a scene-by-scene remake of the Ghastly Ones, which Adrian had a yeah, thanks for sticking with me all these years. I thought during the lockdown that you had disappeared, but then you reappeared again. Cool. That was a pleasant surprise. We like fans who stick around. Unlike most of my fans who post comments on a few videos and take off for good. The Ghastly Ones, you said you had on VHS, but then it got messed up somehow. It's probably worth about $20. The Ghastly Ones. And then you've got Blood Legacy, which was a ripoff from a different director. And then Legacy of Blood, which is the director's own ripoff, literally scene by scene. So John Carradine did a voice recording of his will. And all his family members are there, the heirs. And they're required to stay in the house, which is really Andy Milligan's house, Totenville neighborhood of southern Staten Island. It was a dilapidated flop house hotel, which Andy Milligan actually owned. And now it's a Italian-themed restaurant called Angelina's. It sits between Totenville's Main Street and the southern end of Ellis Street, at the very southern end of the Staten Island Railway. Oh, yeah, everybody had a hard time. Sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing better. That was a crazy time back in March, man. Like everybody had their cars parked outside. They started working from home. I was being forced to work from home for a month because everybody panicked when the Kung flu, which is a racist term, according to Joe Biden, hit the U.S. Everybody panicked. Even his mother didn't want me taking him to church, but I took him there anyway. It was a real quick church, like 45 minutes. They were scared too. They wanted us to start using hand sanitizer, even though it's an airborne pathogen. It's not transmitted from any surface, as far as I know. But you know how people are when they're in a state of fear. The same kind of thing happened during 9/11 terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers. The government just starts going crazy. People start going crazy. Australia probably got worse than the United States because the lockdowns were more severe, at least in places like Victoria. But anyways, Legacy of Blood. So the heirs who are inhabiting this Andy Milligan Roach Motel, they're getting picked off one by one by some mysterious killer who's lurking in the shadows. And if you've seen the Ghastly Ones, you know who it is. It's no big secret. I wouldn't be spoiling it, but anyways, I'm looking at the poster, and what does it say? I like the movie poster. I'm giving this 5 out of 5 stars. If you like bad movies, so bad that they're good type movies, and Ed Wood type movies, Herschel Gordon Lewis. This is actually better than Blood Feast, I think. 9 people slaughtered by Legacy of Blood. And that's what it says on the movie poster. Yeah. I hope you can find it. It's kind of rare, this Legacy of Blood. Oh, you want to get the Ghastly Ones. Legacy of Blood you can get in the $2 bargain bin. And it's essentially the same movie, just some people think it's worse than the Ghastly Ones, but Ghastly One's going to cost you a pretty penny, $20. Kind of like ordering a Barry J. Gillis type film. So the dialogue is completely inane. I couldn't understand what the people were saying to each other half the time, or how it related to the storyline at all. Which is oh, that's good. You got plentiful Ghastly Ones in the Ghastly Ones, I should say, in Australia. So you're very fortunate. I haven't seen the Ghastly Ones, but I'm sure you've seen it, or you had it on VHS. One time it got ruined somehow. I remember the story. Yeah, the acting is bad. It's a lot like Ed Wood acting. The sound is horrible. There's a lot of hallway echo going on. And the print is in pretty bad shape. I'm talking about Legacy of Blood now. I'm sure Ghastly Ones is similar, but probably not as bad, and probably has more prolific graphic gore, seeing as how it's an Andy Milligan Staten Island gore master film. But anyways, I think I showed you the disc in one of my previous videos, but I recovered a couple of other ones from my employer in Oakland last night. This is an unconventional, pretty cool looking disc. Looks like a Godflesh t-shirt. Cool. That's what I'm oh, you can watch Legacy of Blood. It was on Elvira, Mistress of the Darkness TV show. There's a link in the description box if you want to click on that. You can watch it with some Elvira commentary. That's American Drive-In. So I posted the Elvira version of Legacy of Blood in the description box. It's an hour and 36 minutes, I think, when you include her commentary. And then you've got the trailer in the description box also. So, pretty cool flick. Overall, I'm giving the disc 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't like it happen at Nightmare Inn as much as Legacy of Blood, but that's because they cut all the good scenes out. I felt like just by reading up on it. That's how I felt when I read up on it. The whole X rating versus PG rating. Drive-In Massacre. (1976). Haven't heard of that one. I'll have to see if I can find it. Oh, by the way, Legacy of Blood gets a very low 3.6 out of 10. Only 210 ratings. I'll look for Drive-In Massacre. Cool. And what else? Oh, I guess I'll start watching Unconventional tomorrow. Start getting these DVDs back in the mail. Hopefully Netflix will start sending me some new ones. Netflix. Let's see what's coming down the pike on Netflix. They haven't sent me the replacement disc that I asked for, by the way. But I do have 2 copies of that Z Grade Horror double feature that I'm rating 4 out of 5 stars. And hopefully I can get these discs back to Netflix so I can start churning out some more of these. So I already showed you 2 of the discs, Unconventional and American Drive-In. Which is a 1985 rated R film, an hour and 26 minutes. Then I got Unconventional from 2004. Then what's after that? Curious. I've got the 70s Bell Bottoms to Boogie Shoes. And then I've got some Todd Browning. I've got The Wicked Darling. Todd Browning. I think you were the one who... Maybe you were the one who said you were a Tom Browning fan? I don't remember. My memory's going. Then I have the Dynamite Brothers, Dr. Lamb, which is a Hong Kong crime shocker. The Dynamite Brothers, Aldo Ray, San Francisco's Chinatown. Action all the way from the ghettos of LA to the streets of San Francisco's Chinatown. 1974. And cool. That's the end of my review. I'm already a minute late, taking my son back later.